Right, ones, we are live. And if you wish to introduce yourself in the chat, I always when I feel that you have to come alive, it's also a way to communicate with you. Always have you here to interact and keywords such as, oh, sorry, my, I forgot my microphone. Okay, better? I hope it's better. Happy Friday the 13th. Raven to you. Can you hear me now? Thank you. Frequency. So, and the lives are always or are never really planned. So this morning I was meditating and did some lots of healing, and there was such a great presence of the Divine Mothers, the Sisters of Light, the Goddess energy, and that is what we are celebrating today with Friday, the 13th. And where I am at, and in many places in Europe today is also the day where we celebrate Lucia or Saint Lucia, this Italian saint who is a bringer of light into darkness, a symbol of the light conquering the darkness or truth conquering illusions. Hello, Inga. Thank you so much. So I really felt this strong call to come on here today and to just sit with you in sacred space and to honor the feminine, honor the goddess within, honor the expression of the goddesses, the divine feminine within and without. Um, it's still, I will see if I'm on maybe it is, I don't know if I can do anything about it from here. Let me see if maybe it's not connected to my microphone. I'm not sure if I can. Mm, if there's anyone who are good at this kind of technical issue. Mm, connection issues. Is it on my side, Anton, you think? Because it might be that it's not connected to this microphone. Thank you, Cheryl. Maybe I try to just be a bit louder. I'm not Right. There's no. Yeah, I cannot really see where to change microphone. Make no difference if I hold it up. It's better. Okay, perfect. So we go with this. No problem. All right. Perfect. Thank you. So I'm happy so many of you were able to make it with such a short notice. And yeah, when will we move into the five? So the 5D world exists already, and it is by choosing it uh, daily and in every moment. So loud and clear over. Thank you, Lord Maitreya. So the idea of that it's going to be two separate words does not really exist. Hello, Ethan. Um, it is here right now, and it is a frequency that we can tap into. And of course, it's going to expand, it's going to be manifested more into physical form. But um, it is as I probably think some of you have noticed that um, we may go through or have the same experience of the world. I noticed this very much during the so-called pandemic that when some people really struggle, really just experience the darkness, at the same time, I was really in this very high states of being and really shifting out of so many programs. Um, and I think that what is happening right now, even though there is some really um, heavy, if you can want to call it dark things going on, we can tap into a high frequency at the same time. And I know that some people really just are very absorbed about what is going on and see what is going on as something that is done to us. But it's rather to shift and see it as this is something that's always been here. It's just coming up to the light. It's coming up to the surface to uh, to be hello, Benny, to be revealed and to be transmuted. It has been at play all the time in the background, but it's now coming to the surface. It's not nothing new. And we're here, you, me, everyone who's here. We're here to transmute it. We are here to rise above what we see in the external. And that is how we shift. And that is so when we don't get consumed by what is happening in the external and really tapping into holding a higher frequency, see what it really this triggers in us, what fears are coming up, and how can I transmute them? How can I move beyond them? That is how we transmute them. We cannot be those passive passengers waiting for it to happen and then start to be that beacon of light, to stand in our power. It is happening now. It is through us. We are the ascended ones. We are the one who leads us. That is us. We are here to shift it, and we have the power. Um, thank you, Frank, and thank you, Ted. So it is also time for us to stop playing small. To really think that the external so-called reality has any power over us. Of course, it affects us. I don't say that it's something else that may affect us. There are roots and there are things we need to to conform to, of course. But when we can transmute the power we think is also over us, to see that deep root and fear, the belief that this is I'm powerless, and so if we can be really in a state of being, to put it on its test, where we are in prison and really cultivate a sense of freedom within, that is when we are shifting external. That is when that frequency of us remembering that we are free beings, that we are, thank you, Radhika, that we are sovereign beings, that will literally break any chains or any um, tear down any prison walls. That is what they're really showing me right now. So we have to be that frequency. We have to fully embody that frequency that we wish to see. And this is happening. It happens every day. And I'm probably, you probably sit with it daily too. And sometimes it feels easy, sometimes it feels really difficult, and we struggle. And that is okay too. And we just commit to it again and again and again. And so what I really want you all to understand is to um, really understand how powerful you are. That you have something to share. That just by being you, tapping into who you truly are. And as I do in my videos, I sometimes share what is the themes that are coming up. So what is coming up in my one-on-one sessions right now is we are dimming our light. We have all those programs to play small, to um, not really realize or make other people realize how powerful we are. And that is one. The other one is the theme of either from the bloodline or you as a soul has experienced in other lifetimes of being a soldier, being a knight. And I think that many of us have had those lifetimes where we always had the guard up, where we were fighting, when we were resisting, when we everything had to do with the survival and the defending of this physical vessel, and just by keep going, keep marching, keep never let the guard down, never let anything in, not open up and not to relax. And I see this, I've seen this over the years in many sessions, but it seems like a very strong thing right now. So if there's something in this that resonates with you, just look deeper into that. And the helmet many times becomes a symbol for a false sense of protection, where we think that keeping that armor and the guard up will protect us, but it really disconnects us from that connection to the divine, to the light. And I'm happy enough to climber to join you for lunch. Um, and so these are some of the themes, as well as mother wounds, as I've been talking about, not feel having the right to exist from the time in the womb. So that is a theme as well. So if those themes are coming up for you, and if it resonates, something is triggering you when I talk about it, I encourage you to look deeper into those unhealed wounds and programs, many mental programs. Another one that has been coming up is if you did catch my 12 transmission, where I talk about many of us moving deeper into our mission. I see many of you stepping up as the about becoming the leader, becoming the teacher, becoming the healer. And so, in some of our experiences, as when we were in that position, maybe as soldiers, or maybe we were healers, or that we made maybe wrong decisions, something bad happened. So I see that many of you are very scared to the. So is the sound unclear? Yeah, let me know. No, the mic is connected. So I don't. I think it's the computer sound that is. Uh, we will try the best. Let me know if you can if it's not working. Um, so to have the fear of, okay, so it goes up and down. Great. Just let me know. Thank you for letting me know. To have that fear of not wanted to be responsible for if something goes wrong, have that memories of leading your troops into a catastrophe, for example. That's what has been coming up for some people in sessions. So you back and you don't want to, don't ask me, don't look to me for help or guidance. Good. Yeah, okay. So I will hold it very close and thank you. Let me know yeah, when I forget. Yeah. And so, yes, again, we are, so this 12th portal. I think it's so beautiful that just the day after we have this day of the goddess, because it's the 12th will really activated the third eye and our higher mind, and we now are anchoring into our heart, into the connection with love, with that the wisdom and the knowing that is the energy and the traits of the divine feminine that we all carry. And and of course, many of you are familiar with how we are used that the Friday 13 has been having an unlucky number and a day of, that we are to fear. And of course, that is because the divine feminine has been such, since it holds the creation and is the gateway to life, the connection with God, goddess, to bring forth creation. It, there has been, it has been feared. 13 is also, it's a pretty unstable number. It is unpredictable, and as the divine feminine, it is unpredictable, and that has been feared as well when there has been this imbalance masculine, the need for control, the need to um, dominate the unknown, to tame the wild aspect of the divine feminine. And the goddesses are spectrums of, it all together makes up the divine feminine. So I want to look at the divine feminine as water. It may be soft, tender, like goddess Kuan Yin, or it may be, that soft summer rain or a full tsunami when the what we are known, what we used to call the dark feminine, like Kali, like Durga, like Lilith, like Medusa, that are a more energy that is more forceful because sometimes that is needed to 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 break down and break through, and it's all and it has such an immense power, so it has been feared. There are 13-month lunar cycles every year, and there is normally a woman bleed 13 times a year. So we have tried, there has been forces to try to control that cycle of nature too, of course, that too, as we have this year of 12 months and so on. So this is awakening in us, and as women, we embody this energy, and it is awakening in every one of us. So if you are in a male's body, it is still carry the energy. You are here to hold space for that for your sisters, the sisters. And you're here to activate that heart awareness within you. Hello, Jane. So, so just look at the whole spectrum of the goddesses, and there many times there are some that you are more familiar with, more comfortable with, and if you're always so just make sure to check in with yourself if you uh, always just feel drawn to the dark goddesses or that you resist the dark goddesses, to just see, is there something in there for you? Are you afraid of that unpredictable sides of yourself, of to really tap into that power within that shows no mercy, that really, like Kali, that really is here to destroy the illusions, to destroy everything that is not of divine love. Sometimes we are very fearful of change, even though it is needed. So that is when those energies and those goddesses enters our lives, or we can even better, we can make a conscious choice to invite them to work with us, and to really try to ride on the wave of the fiery energies of destruction, to help us to break free from everything that we are still holding dear, but it's not serving us. And we are addicted to, that we are afraid to move beyond or to let go of. And so there's nothing to fear within that frame of the divine feminine. There is nothing uh, darkness. I call it light and illusion, because darkness is, that's not something bad. That is the divine feminine, the womb space, the void that we are from, that we create from, where all possibilities lies. And so I know the many struggles right now, the many of you struggle. And what is happening too for many is that the throat chakra is being cleared. If you are experiencing issues with your throat, that is because you are aligning your throat with, we are aligning the throat with truth. So when we are here to step into our mission, we're here to be a vessel of for source, be a conduit for truth, right? So we need to fine tune us as an instrument to bring forth truth and only truth. And so we are also holding much fear in the throat to stand in truth, in our power. And if you wish to share what you are struggling with at the moment, feel free. Sometimes it is helpful for others to see that we are not alone in what we are going through. I also think that um, why many people struggle right now is because we are called to create a greater shift to really step up um, to realign. So if you feel like nothing is working, or everything you encounter with is like closed doors, it is because you are redirected, as it is happens for many too. And if you don't feel like sharing, that's fine too. Mm, thank you. And I struggle with social anxiety judgment, and that's a big one. And that's, of course, completely normal. We are very, very indoctrinated and we're very programmed to conform to how can we be good citizens, right? How can we make others feel comfortable? How can we make sure we are deserving of love? And so when we are waking up to the our priest and priestess self, the witches and the magicians, we are not gonna be feel comfortable or be comfortable for all the programs that are not created with love for the best of humanity. And so it's very important to just recognize this, recognize the fears, and recognize that this also shifts as you are moving forward, as you take the steps. So hold yourself with compassion. So here's really both Goddess Kuan Yin and Kalima, who wants to assist when we are in this place of feeling the anxiety and the fear and feeling the call to do it anyway. So can we hold that part of us that feel fearful with compassion and love and not criticize, not judge, not condemn ourselves for having this experience and maybe take baby steps anyway. And I just, sometimes we just need to do it and do it afraid. And that is okay. And that is how we show our human self that it is safe for us. And I wish you, Neptune's Kleinberg, a beautiful day as well. Mm. I haven't tapped into. I'm pretty here now and now, so I haven't tapped into any guidance for 2025 other than it will be shaking up much in the external, and it's even more important that we are grounded in love, that we stay out of fear mongering, and that we have the courage to make the shifts in our lives, to align ourselves with our inspiration and what we are called to do. And it doesn't mean it doesn't have to be. You don't have to know. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be that big if you're not in on your soul's mission. Rather to see what brings me joy, what inspires me, what do I wish to share, what shift do I wish to see, instead of thinking on the whole that I'm gonna heal the whole world. To be that shift, it's really what frequency am I showing up with. Um, that it will be more advice. I right now I'm just getting much information about my role that it will shift and it will shifting character, and it's exciting and it's much, but I take one step at a time, and it's the same for you. So just when you feel the call, when you answer the call, your support team will be there for you and they will support you. And whenever I feel that this step is overwhelming, it's too much, I just ask my guides to, okay, I say yes, I never back down, but then support me, make it unfold smooth. And so just know that you make that contract with your guides that, okay, I'm open and I'm willing and I take on my part and you just help me with whatever need and support I need to make that happen. So when we show up, when we choose to show up, we really will get the support and things will unfold. But many times we need to take the uncomfortable leap of faith. We cannot sit and wait for it to plan out before us because that won't happen. We are the change. We are the shift that we will see. We will not follow in someone else's footprints anymore. We need to be brave, dear ones. Um, so we will move into that's very beautifully put, Cheryl. It feels like we are collapsing to our pure authentic essence. So to expand exactly what happens. So our everything that is contracted, everything that is mm, pushing against our ability to expand, it will crumble and fall for our human self. As I talked about in the 1212 transmission, it is uncomfortable. It is the human self will suffer if we do not return to a part, a place of peace, of trust, again and again, and to just to really surrender even deeper. And I know that many always ask me, what does that mean? How do we surrender? How do we stay connected to peace and heart, connected to the heart? And it's really about, I mean, no, every one of us may have this so-called evidence that this is not working in my life. This is why I can't do this and that, and this is why I'm struggling. But if we can, even though we are experiencing those circumstances, be at a place of peace, of trust, not go with that train of thoughts that talks about the imagined future and how things will plan out if this doesn't happen, if this doesn't work out, and so on. That is just fantasies. We need to learn how to see what is true right here, right now, and come back to a place of let those thoughts go. Many, many people, I said this before, are so addicted to be in state of thinking all the time, to live our lives through the mind, through thoughts, thought patterns, conceptions. And that is something, so when I'm about to explain this, it's not understood by the mind. So you will never grasp it. It is an experience. And for that, we need to come into silence. We need to silence, move beyond the monkey mind, the rise and fall of thoughts, of emotions, and to become aware of the one who is always connected to the divine. Great, everyone. So we will move into a meditation where we will connect with the goddess. So you may, if you wish to close your eyes, And just take a few deep breaths. The breath is truly the bridge between spirit and matter. The Kriyanti so Shiyanta. And just Mary Magdalene comes with a reminder she is holding the frequency of number 13. So she often communicates with me through showing up as that number. So this is also a Lemurian homecoming day. Um, Ancient Lemuria holds the energy of the divine feminine, where we were all connected with a higher heart, communicating with each other through this frequency of the higher heart. Not much words. As we invite the divine feminine, the divine mother, hold space for us. And so what they share too is that for many men, the awakening of the divine feminine within may feel pretty scary because it is calling you into the unknown where you cannot go with the mind, you cannot control things, you cannot predict, you cannot do things as you're used to. You are guided to follow intuition, to just take one day at a time, to and they really state that the giving up of the need for control is a big one for all of us, maybe more for some men, they say. So that is when your divine feminine is awakening to anchor and to ground you into that presence of the knowing and love, to anchor and activate the higher mind. Those goes hand in hand. You may feel like you things don't work out the things they used to, that you cannot just push that button and that happens. You cannot predict, you cannot understand things. They don't work out the way they used to. And they just remind you when the more you anchor and connect to the Divine Mother, Mother Earth, you will be safe because as you awaken to your Divine Masculine, you will really establish that connection to Mother Earth. And the Divine Masculine is still, is silent, is centered and grounded. Yarasakarshlai. Sure, Sayanikosh. Archangel holding space. Shayantik. As we invite the goddesses, I see Goddess Kwan, Mother Isis, Mother Mary, Hecate, the Hathors, Shayantarana, the Seven Sisters that are the Hathors, Shanikiaran, Shayantana, Mary Magdalene, Lilith, Kalima, Durga, Huyantikur, Sayantesh, Lady Venus, Miantoro, Shayantikarana, Kikun, Lady Morgana, Kianteshi, Tushayantike, Shimursayantashiursiku Shetri Sanaya for the Sisters of the Light. Shimiyatana Shayanaya. May the whole spectrum of the Divine Feminine, soft and gentle, or fierce, showing no mercy. Shar Sikariantasham, Raidia. They are all in the service of the light. Truth. Nimiante Shusenteante, Shaitianta. And they want us to open our circle and invite the souls of women who are struggling out there, who are suppressed, Shayatra, Shayan, Koshayana, who are experiencing difficult circumstances, Shayatra, Shayanahu, to just that we are very fortunate to all hear beautiful friends are here together and invite into our circle. And with those women comes also the children. Nimiante Nor Sayanaya, just send love and light to all sisters, each and every one here, and you, brothers, you hold space, some love and light, hold frequency. And we invite into our circle those who need the presence of this light that we are here to offer. We are, we see, we feel you. We are one. Thank you, Jesus. Me and Tishai and just recognize the struggle. The women experience still until this day, just for being women. Yeshuntroshe atrashai kianta. Niursoshe ante ontoshki antara. Titusinti ante ontoron. Shaintiano. And for me, from one sister to you, to another sister, My gratitude for the courage you had and had to choose to come here as a woman at this time to bring forth into physical form this frequency of the divine feminine. Takes a lot of courage. Mi antere sekuma. And Isis has for you blessing and activation for the priestess. Shante utose antikyar. Deon tu oi aniati antiosu. Sharia okoshaetia. I unur siantear yatreasi. Shaintana. And I feel there's much fear in many of you to have that priestess self awakened in you to bring her on board. That is okay. The anti-Sanasha Ayanako. Divine feminine is needed to bring balance and to reawaken the divine masculine and to bring a balance between the two of them. For those who wonder, Eursai Shiotoshana Eki Andreso. Thank you, Susan. Ayantres. I feel that there are many of you who really feel the calling, but you're really literally shaking in your boots. Nej, aiani usanana de Mary's coming through. Sheatre unti ante akai coach. Simur said ayaki dushanari I alian resus. Simur sain ayan. You are guarded on your mission. There is Santara, you are protected. Your sanasha. Shurjania. We are clearing the imprints of domination from your body. This on troshe antre antico. Simui antisia. Koyai, Yantiam, Siantianti Aranai, Suriante yours, innocent, you are pure, your science, shy, sure sight. There's fear, I feel, for some men to surrender to the divine within, to open up the heart. There's much grief. Sombro seneriante piaticos. Simiantreon so shente ante Himursiante ai, Yursiante ego, Shrimurianta, Kiantari, Kianiat, Shaitian, Muyanisi, Kutashan, Konin, Sorsainayate, Miani uto, Shentri, Saikiante, Shemi, Seo, Tiantiato, Yamiati, Alisian, Elian, Kimur Sahita Shaitikun Shanayetiantu. They are creating a gateway from the heart to the mind. And they say this is what many of you have been wishing for. Me antiaticus and Sinorumoyant nothing to understand. Nothing to understand. So don't try to grasp. Tursiante koshiatarana. Simulia nese Simur sante ashiko. Simaita sha os itaranashi Kulursar simuliantiantis. Si Juliani sekutoshaya. Juli aniati sekursaneko. Amiontoshai. Yaneriasa. Kalima is stepping forward. And I see her literally putting the ground you're on fire, burning away that foundation that is built up here, she said, of illusions for creating a new one. Neon torres, mia ya teo, toscianderi, o ariasicoto, simuriente, simiantico, ya iasico, or I anhariat, sauhur sashiantara, sim ur sanasnetico, simi arsi usiantiasana, right? And she, she shows me how the demons are dancing in the flames. Mursana, and she explained that the demons are your fears. Iursai kiantara musanako. So, yeah, has to be uprooted from your foundation, from your ground. Tursana ishinokosha amatik. Koratsa. May not transmute it to smoke. Shai. Ai sukoshi. Siur. And as you breathe, allowing the fears to go up into smoke. Shayanti Nurusai Kutu Sashani Mi Amia Seku Sieta Mary Magdalene Nursi Ania Simu Hi Aliane Saita Shakito Shiana Risaka. She shows me your heart is undergoing an opening and expansion. Tekun Sayanara Seonorusu. This is your new foundation. Teriane Seku Ariane Sikiati Shiku. Everything will grow from here. Sianteria Seku Shiantara. Kiunto Sanariante Sanarsan. This is your home. This is the place to come back to. Siante Shimur Sao Shanai. She shows me how this there is a vibrating that opens up the higher heart. Seur Sai Tekiaterea Sokonaya. Simur Ialiantio Taisha. And how this heart essence, the awareness of the heart, the presence in the heart, starts to override the logical mind, the lower mind, the reptile brain that is based on, it's very limited, very fear based. And if you struggle and if you cannot just surrender into it, you need to understand every step of the way. Um, if you are very attached to control, that's why some of you experience headache and stiffness around the neck. She says, "So sunt rosikiana. Shimo eneria sanako kashmaya teko sianteki. Noliani sate shundro siane. Yo iaya siane. Shibur sai itana. Shai sior sahiana ki krosine. Lai tusu. Take a deep breath. Lily is stepping standing in front of us. And I pave the way, she says. I guide you through the darkness, through the unknown. Shaitro Sanayanako. Remember that the stars are seen in darkness. Shimurso Shanayoko. You are always connected to the stars. Always navigate with the stars by the stars. Your soul knows. You are never lost. Ayatra Shaneko. You are Etiosana Shekrosa. You are the brave pilgrims on your quest, finding new territory, Sion Oceanic, to sail the untraveled waters. Yanresa Kyotrosh. Neante Seko Sentashai. And we, the goddesses, the mothers and the sisters of light, are with you. We are walking before you, beside you, behind you. Liante sonoriane koko. Kiashanere sana. Simur sanai. And we thank you for having that courage to remember who you are, to be that beacon of light, to be an expression of love, to stay connected to truth, that power, choose peace, to the wish to know union within. Kimonia senorosa. Shiante koyante shi. Simur sana yatiko. Shayati anara. And now, dear ones, I call you and I ask you to go to truth, to go to your essence. Don't try to understand. Your soul knows what that means. To return to the truth of who you are, to know who you are, remember who you are. Sayantre sa ashuntu sa si ash sian si ash. Mm. And I see how they are reconnecting, realigning, reestablishing the threads of light within you. Toshempo, Shayantrasana goes. Much light is coming in. It's directed to your hearts. Shonokorosana. Some flow through directly to the heart, some through the third eye, some through the crown. Kiransanai. Some through your hands and chakras or sakya. Some coming up as the Shakti energy from beneath. Norosanta Shanak Shayatrika. And when I said the Shakti energy, Medusa introduced herself with the snakes in her hair, the yantra side. Mm. And we welcome her presence. Shimoris Santiatico. Just breathe the arms up and down your central pillar of light, Shakrona. And good energies down into the heart of Mother Earth. Yantaran. Shimoris Yantaran. All right, ones. Whenever you feel ready, you may come back, you may open your eyes, you may return to presence here now. So how is everyone doing? So as always, you never know what is coming. Uh, mm, yeah, remember who you are. And remember that is not known to the conscious. Thank you, Shanta. Hi, Fatima. The you the recording of this live stream will be available uh, on the channel under the live section, so you will be able to return to it. Mm, yeah, and in playlist as well. I think there is one called Sacred Space or Live. Yeah. So I think, or I don't want to say think. I know that in 2025 I will work with more live sessions in a community in groups where we can like put it out there now. They always want me to put it out there, and so this will be a part of my new assignments. And yes, that you know who you are when you are willing to silence the mind and tune in. And remember, it's not reached, the place is not reached by thoughts, it is reached by your presence, your awareness. It is an experience, an inner truth, a state of being. Thank you, Inga. So beautiful. I'm so glad so many of you were able to, with such a short notice, to show up. There will probably be a webinar around showing up for your soul mission at the beginning of next year. And they want me to announce that one as well, so I have no choice. You see. Um, yes, I have a choice. I choose to say yes. They correct me. Yes, thank you all for being here. And yeah, that is something that happens when we say yes. So I want to encourage you to, when you feel the nudges, to say yes, and everything will fall into place. So, dear ones, thank you so much for showing up today and for celebrating with me, and to really Know that there's nothing to fear when that essence, the divine feminine awakes in you, whether you are a male or a female. It's all part of who we are, and part of bringing back oneness on earth, in us, and outside of us. Yeah, very beautiful energy. It's a this is a beautiful community, and I wish I would be able to do more of those spontaneous times. We'll see what happens. 2025. All right, everyone. So I wish you wherever you are, and whether it's morning or evening, a beautiful, beautiful evening or morning or day. And thank you, Tatoro Tano, and sending you so much love and many blessings. And see you again soon. Thank you.